welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the basics of green screen and incorporating it into Flash. As an example, I have here a finished product, which is, as you can see, completely transparent video clip. This is an Adobe Air file, but it will work the same in Flash 10, I believe. First, what you need to do is either use, which I'm going to be doing here, Adobe Premiere Pro or any other software similar. You can also use After Effects, but when incorporating audio into After Effects it can be a bit tricky, so I prefer to use Premiere Pro. What you normally start off with is your footage. As stated, it is a green screen composition, but when saying green screen, it doesn't matter really what color it is, as long as it is one color in total. This is the before that I prepared. As you see, it's a very brilliant green. Now there are a few features down here. If you go to the effects section, go video effects, and here where it says keying, we have different variations for key removal or adjustment. We have blue screen or green screen, however, alpha adjust, color key, chroma key, which is the classic, RGB difference, and many of them. Each of them perform the similar task, but they are better in some ways than others. You're welcome to try them out. For me, I used color key, which is what I've got here. This is the color box that you're using. You can either click on the color box and bring up a color picker and select the color that you choose, or go to the eyedropper and go to the best shade possible and select, and it will, well, should normally give your color that you require. Yeah, it seems to be a bit finicky. Once you have your color, you then go into your tolerance section. This basically stipulates how much color it removes. Can't quite see it here, so if I turn these down and close them up, oh, typical, sorry. Need to be selected so it's active. Now if I ramp this up, you can see at a certain point, if it's a clean color, it disappears quickly, but you always get ghosting or edging, and you need to adjust this so you remove as much as possible, but you don't overlap the existing. That's about there. Then we go to edge, thin, and you only need to go very slightly on this, and it helps to feather and clean out the thin edges, and obviously feathering it helps to clean it up even further. Once you've done this, you save your project to wherever you need it. Then you highlight your track that you're busy working with, and you go to Export, Media. Once you're doing that, it'll come up with a window to select your video type that you wish to export to. For using in Flash and keeping the alpha channel, you use the FLV format. Make sure that when you go here to format, it's FLV and not F4V. F4V does not have the alpha filter. You can resize or keep existing size as you wish and do other modifications you need to for your folder in here. Once you say, you go OK, it'll export it then to the encoding program. Once the encoder is open, you'll see your project listed here. You can have more than one project in the queue waiting to be encoded out. You can go back into the folders and change your presets here, but they will already have been set when they were exported into the program. Once you do that, you hit start queue and we'll start encoding the first in the line. If you only have one, it'll encode it straight away. If you have more than one, it'll start at the top and work its way down so they all are fully rendered out. Once you have that, you'll have your finished product, which you can then import into Flash. Here we are in Flash. This is the finished item in Flash. Do a quick test. And there you can see it. It does have a bit of green ghosting, but that's because of the fast motion. A larger image with higher quality will help decrease that. As well as with the model being a yellow, greens and yellows tend to overlap sometimes. So you need to choose your color carefully. If you have a character that has got a light, dark or any sort of greens, you cannot use a green background. You then use a blue background or any other color that is not prevalent in your scene. As green screen says, they usually use green because it's a color that is not normally used, but you can use any color really as your backdrop. Now this is the folder, as you can see. I have 3 layers. Bottom layer is just the background for my writing. Second layer is my text layer. And then the top layer is my animation layer. Inside that, because I had 2 characters on screen, I created a mask which I animated. So if I bring it across, you'll see the mask is moving with the character. So that I can then hide the second character. You can do this for removing anything that you want, so you can only have what you are requiring in your screen. Excuse me. Doesn't matter how big or wide your video is, it'll only be shown to the stage size and nothing outside of the mask will be shown. So you can be as big as you want it to be, but only the masked area will come up. You need to put your video inside of a movie clip so that when you come to your main scene, it's easier to deal with, and then you can select all and bake them down into one complete movie clip, such as that. which then leaves you with one layer, one movie clip, which you can then put onto your website or flash folder anywhere you want, and you'll have a nice see-through character, video, or whatever you want to do on your site. I hope this helps, and if any comments, they're welcome. Thank you very much and enjoy.